Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Look What Just Found. You know, I do my best to keep things interesting and mix up um, content from video to video. See how straight I can get these out. And so what if you're watching my videos, um, yesterday I did, I think I only did one episode yesterday. I'm really there to that point where I don't need to do on a daily basis more than one video. I'm not at the point really where I don't have to do any videos. I'm close to it, like super duper close. It's like if you set a goal for yourself to save $100, and then you save 100, right? And then you're like, well, but if I spend this 100, then I won't have the 100 no more. So you're like, well, let me save 200. That way, I had that extra 100 saved. So even when I spend the other 100, I'm still okay, So let me go a little bit above and beyond, and that's kind of what I'm doing. And with the channel, I'm happy with it, to be honest with you. And of course, I just jump topics. I do have my coffee here. It hasn't sank in yet, I guess. So yes. So I try to keep things interesting by, going from customer search bank rolls to the federal bank rolls to pocket change, maybe to penny pocket change to mixed denomination pocket change. So I try to keep it interesting. I try to keep the bonus topics interesting. That's why I try to write them down ahead of time. I started something new yesterday. I'm going to continue that for a while, see how it goes with the bonus topics I'm saying. But these are my favorite. I begin to miss the customer submitted penny roll, bank submitted penny rolls. Even though I found some good stuff yesterday in the episode 50. I guess I should have said what the episode is. Yesterday was episode 55. Today's episode 56. And episode 55. We found the double ear. If you haven't watched it, spoiler alert. Stop and go back and watch episode 55. I'll watch it after this. It's not a big deal. And watch all of them if you get a chance. I think they're pretty good, if I do say so myself. Found a double ear. We found some 2023s, which I never find. We found a 2009. Found a bunch of stuff, So even in the federal rolls, you can find stuff. It's just maybe it's just visual. It's not as visually entertaining. You're not gonna. I find no coppers. You know what I mean? So there's no variety whatsoever in the bank rolls I get. I see other people's videos and they're finding wheats in their bank rolls. It's like, psh. I'm talking about the federal ones, the ones with the little these. I'm talking about these. See, I kept some of them. That's why this one's a little empty. So now I need to put 80. I only put 80. They gave me 83s. They're getting back 83s. They're not getting no copper. I save all my copper. Remember, copper's worth like what? 2 point something. I don't know if it's 2.0001 or whatever, but it's little over 2 cents per penny. So, of course you're going to keep it. If you had $1 that was worth $2, you're not going to spend it for $1. You're going to try to get your $2 for it, right? Because that's what it's worth. All right. Anyway, without further ado, I got 3 of them here. I think oh, look up. Come on. Yo, I get mojo magic here all the time, man. That is, I get excited. See what I'm saying, man? You would think this is fake. You would think I'm phoning it out, man. I'm not, though. I'm not faking it, man. I'm not faking it. Man, if it was just silver on top of it, that would have been a doozy. You can feel how light it is. Speaking of light, I don't have my scale on the desk. I don't know. I write it's on the list. I don't know how I always miss it. Well, of course, that's we got a dime. So we're in positive territory already. 83. I thought it was a copper. See, that makes me want to weigh it. 255. See, now the copper's going to the left because all right, it's too far away. I could tilt a bit. Let's work on my posture because I'm sitting down a lot. Let's work on my posture a bit. That was crazy. Okay, this is our first copper, right? Right. Yeah, the other 3 were I put that in a fine. Even though it's a little dirty, it's still a fine condition penny. So the first when I get up in the morning, right? I take care of business. 98. Wow, that's a beauty, man. All right, we'll put that in like the AU pile. It's just too clean. I'm not. I don't. I mean, it might be arguable my grading scale. I put some of the pennies up yesterday that I found on eBay. Takes a little bit of time, Everything takes time. I got up this morning and I'm like, where's my mic? I mean, these are little pieces. They're little, tiny. They're small. They're small. The receiver and the transceiver, they're tiny, The transceiver, you get 2 of them in the box. They're like 15, but super cheap, man. Let me tell you, best investment ever is the mic. I do every once in a while, I'll do a video without the mic because I'm dumb. Shouldn't do that. I shouldn't do that, because the quality is like horrible. 69. We gotta look for the floating roof. Anyway, I know I'm jumping through topics. It's floating on the right, but not the left. One of my subscribers said, "Oh, you got a floating roof there." I went over it in the comments yesterday, and well, that was from like 7 days ago. This is one of the problems with not being a member. So the penny's gone. You know what I mean? It's under 7 days of stuff. Maybe if he was a member, he could have caught me on day one. Right as soon as I could have found it and be like, oh, I got it. And I could have maybe listed it on eBay for 99 cents, and then could have went for, I could have made $1. You know what I mean? I mean that's the type of help that I could use. I mean, we're talking about for the long run. I'm saying, becoming a member and then helping me find stuff that I could sell on eBay for an extra. I'm just assuming that the pennies are going to add up. You know what I mean? For me, life is a numbers game. You know. You make an extra few bucks here. You make side hustles, right? Side hustles. Right? Isn't that like I see the little lines there? And I don't know if it's the same one. Yeah, it is. I don't know. There's always, not always, but sometimes there's these little lines in the O. I don't like that one because it has a bunch of other lines too. Right? It's a compa, right? Yeah, I lost my train of thought. Start getting into the pennies, Start waking up. How's that song go? Oh my god. The first drop will wake you up. Is that how it goes? Or it has to be the first drop will wake you up, right? The first drop will wake you up with Folgers in your cup. Who remembers that, man? Oh, that'll really date you. Oh my, oh my goodness! I have to stop saying, "Oh my god," I don't want to take his name in vain. The first drop will wake you up with Folgers in your cup. Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm telling you, man, I was stuck to that TV when I was a kid. Obviously. Oh man, that's funny, man. I'm telling you, talk about getting kids on caffeine, huh? Look, it worked. It worked. It worked. Congratulations. Congratulations. It worked. I'm still drinking coffee to today. Oh man, that's hilarious. So I get up early to 50. Man, I'm Moju. Well, thank you, whoever submitted this role. I hope you're doing well. This first roll is pretty good. I'm not going to say it's amazing. If we find an extra V, it will be. But so far, so good. First, or is it I said the first drop away. No, it's the first cup, right? The first cup will wake you up with Folgers in your. No, it's first drop will wake you up with Folgers in your cup, or is it the first cup will wake you up with Folgers in your life? I don't know. I could look it up. I don't want to. I mean, I don't mind talking about nonsense while I make the videos, as long as I keep things moving. You know what I mean? I don't want, man. You want to talk about nonsense? I could probably make another channel where that's what I do. Is just I was watching this. Oh man, I was watching this video on making videos. So you'll get all kinds of stuff recommended to you when you're looking for a specific topic. I'll weigh this one. That's looks like copper. It's funny. Looks like copper. I bet you. Nah, if I was to make a guess, I would say this is gonna weigh. I would say it feels super light, so I shouldn't even say it's not gonna weigh extra. It is. It does weigh extra. This is the second time this has happened. Remember, the tolerance on a zinc is 1/10 of a gram. So the weight of a zinc is 2.5. The tolerance goes to 2. This is the second one of these I found. That's outside of tolerance. If you want to give, whatever, a 0.1 for the scale, an extra 0.1, it's still 2.63 is outside of tolerance. Let's see, I'll put it on again. 2.64. Oh, wow. And it's funny because you see it, and I see it, and I'm like, man, this thing is weird. And it's funny, it feels light compared to a copper. So I can't feel that, but I was like, oh, that looks like copper. And you can see the zinc blotches. So that's the Eagle Eye did it. I mean, you can't weigh every single one, man. You're gonna have forget about it, 10-hour video, But I can't do one. Let me write that down. I didn't have the sticky on my desk either. So we got over tolerance. I'm not even gonna call it overweight. I'm gonna call it over tolerance. I can't believe that, man. So this did turn out to be an awesome roll. Okay, that's that. So this whole YouTube thing is like I want to make sure I don't want to talk about my topics. Let me click on my paper here. Okay. No, I'm not gonna talk about those topics. I'm probably gonna do 2 videos today because I woke up early. So by the time I'm done with this is like the time I usually been waking up. So everything should line up really nice with a second video. So this YouTube stuff is complicated, It's complicated. And when you're a one-man band like I am, it takes up a lot of time, Obviously, from first thing in the morning, and then I'll look at that. I know it's not an extra V, but I'll check it out. Just a dirty penny. You dirty little penny, you. See the little lines in the O? This one has it too, a little bit. Sometimes they're really, really, contrasty. Nope. Work on my posture. Oh, that's a nice. This is a really nice parking lot penny. I'll keep that. So, I'm going to be monetized soon. I know I've been talking about it for a couple weeks, but I guess the last 2 weeks are going to be. Well, it's not even 2 more weeks. I'm talking about from over a week ago going forward. We got a few more days. We should be monetized, or we should hit the threshold to be monetized. And I started doing I started thinking about. I don't know what came first, the chicken or the egg in this example. I can't remember. I'd have to go through my videos. I can't remember if I started. I didn't start doing the bonus content so that I could put an ad. I started to do the bonus content and then started thinking about, oh, that's a beauty. This is AU. And then started thinking about the, you know, how am I, you know, because I have to make a few bucks, right? It's just, I mean, that's just life, man. You got to pay bills. That's, you know, think about, unless you're making so much money that you don't have to think about side hustles. I think the more money you have, the more side hustles you probably have. You know what I mean? So I started, right. So I started doing the bonus content, and thinking about, this is the end of roll one. Doing, figuring out where, you know, I said, oh, you know, well, first of all, YouTube puts ads in. That's number one. So it's not like, um, it's not like it even matters. I'll weigh this one. I don't even know if it's significant, to be honest with you. So I said, so anyway, so I started watching the videos, 253, you know, because I was doing, I had, you know, I'm doing the bonus feature, and part of that is to 2000. We're on the second roll. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna, you know, I'll put an ad there, you know, a non-skippable, you know what I mean? Because I'm already saying goodbye, right? So whoever stays, it's just for the bonus feature. So I was like, oh, that is super undisruptive, and maybe people who watch it will actually, you know, be like, oh wow, you know, I'm not a member, but you know, I could. That's a nice misaligned die. I'll take that out. That's the nicest one we found today. Oh, I can still help Jess out. You know what I mean? By watching, by staying, and you know, whatever, letting the ad play, and then watching his to get to the bonus content. So he's giving me something. I'm giving him. You know what I mean? It's at the end. It's not disruptive. I was like, oh, this is great. There's one problem. I'm gonna see who guess from hearing me talk all this time. Who can guess what the problem is? There's one problem with this whole thing that I've been talking about. I'll give you a second to think about it, what I'm going to say. You probably know already. You see the E, the way it looks like that? That's from the crimping roll. And same thing with the 7 and the 5. So it looks like an arrow, but it's just a crimping roll. You can see the circle of death there. The problem is you have to know how to put these ads in. Everything, it's like nothing's easy. I mean, if it was easy, everybody would do it, right? If it was easy, everybody would do it. Yeah, I see that. I don't know if I like it though. Yeah, I'm not crazy about that. Fine condition? What do you think? Nah, I don't think so. You gotta know how to do it. And I remember I started looking into this like over a month ago. And then all of a sudden I forgot, right? Because I got into other stuff with you guys. I forgot. And I've been on a kneeling. Yeah, that's a kneeling error. And it's a 93, which is crazy. Because my guess it has to be whatever copper. But this is why you don't see them on zincs. Doesn't even give. See, it doesn't even give extra weight. 2.448. But you can see how the whatever's annealed to the surface on the rim from being touched and everything. Look, and on the back, it's starting to come off the high points because of wear. But it's basically a coating. I would think it's copper, but there's so little copper that you would find even less in zincs, because if it's the copper dust on the bottom of a barrel, let's say wherever the planchets are held, that would be super super, because it's only like 5% copper or 4% copper, whatever it is. So it would be that much less on the zincs if that's copper. I think that's copper. That's cool. That's a annealing error. You see it a mile away. Yay! 2009. Alrighty, Roo. Who used to say that? Alrighty, Roo. You know, Scooby Doo. All right. Sweet. So I forgot. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna be monetized soon. I forgot. So I start looking again, and all this other stuff is coming up. I'm like, that's not what I'm looking for, because it's so complicated, man. So complicated. Other stuff started coming up. AdSense stuff kept coming up. AdSense, AdSense, AdSense. I was like, no, AdSense is where you pay. Like, let's say I had I don't know. Oh, look at here. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. This is what I'm saying, man. This is the stuff I love, man. I love this stuff. Yeah, AdSense you pay. With AdSense so Matt, Matt, so here I am trying to make an extra dollar, and all I see is videos where it's going to cost me an extra dollar. I'm like, this isn't it. And I couldn't remember what it was. I had to watch so many videos to find. Oh, if this is copper. Let me see. Can I tell? Man, it looks like copper to me. Wowzers. Okay, we got another AU. And it's not copper, right? Looks like copper. So I had to watch all these videos. What an absolute thin line on the roof. To come to the part where I remembered from months ago that I stumbled on months ago by accident, I guess. And it's called mid-roll. So I totally forgot. I wrote it. I don't even have to write it down anymore. I did such a deep dive on it yesterday. I'm not going to forget. It's called mid-roll. So mid-roll, if you don't know, is a zinc rut. Zinc rut. It's a good place for it. I don't think anybody would want to pay $1 for this, though. It's where you're able to move. You're able to move the ads around. Shows you where you can move the ads around. So what do you think, Eric? Proof like strike? Proof like? Proof like? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, this is super close to a proof. Wow. I'll keep it here, see if we find another 21. Wowzers. That is off camera, really looked mirrorish. Mid-roll. So I finally found it, and I went pretty deep dive on the mid-roll process yesterday. And all right. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Thank you. Where's the other one? Oh, we have a bunch of, no, that's a 59. Okay, so we don't have a bunch. We have 2. Found a double A yesterday. In a D. So I don't know how I got on the topic, but I guess I'll move on to something else. Something about making a buck, and I guess having to put the research I did for where I'm going to put the mid-roll. So the mid-roll is going to be, that's where the mid-roll is going to be. But I was like, oh man, I can't find, this is probably a copper. I don't know if I want to keep that. I'm going to weigh it. Should be heavy with all that junk on it, right? 3.1 on the nose, man. I'm telling you. So whenever a penny is heavy or light, when I say out of tolerance, it's because it's really, really something's wrong. Yeah, I'll throw it with the rest of them. What the hell? I'm not going to put it with the zincs. One-man band and all that. I guess that's where I was going with all that stuff before. Oh, that's a nice. I think this is copper. Yeah, that's a nice. That's for fine. I'll put that with the fines. And this is how a penny's supposed to look. Look at that one. I'm still seeing if we find another. I remember there was like, I think it's some of them are just I think it's the 2022 I thought was the one that's really kind of shinier. So that's what I'm going to do with the mid rolls. So I found it. I found the place to how you do it and how you put it. It's a little extra of a step, but you know, whatever. That's not too big of a deal. Some things really take time, which is why some people just put out one video per. You see, that's rot. You see the blisters there. That was a blister that popped, made a hole in the surface of the penny. So I'm pretty excited about that. That should be pretty cool, you know. And I would anyway. I was gonna say I would hope people would be kind of excited with me a little bit, you know. Oh, okay. We found the 2021. Oh no, did I just pick up? Oh my god, I just picked up the same one. Let me move it over a little bit more. All right, I think these are the last 2, maybe even a little more. Copper? No. This is copper. Wow, man. Wow, dang. Dun, 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 dun. You make something, something. Dun, 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 dun. I want to say you make my heart sing. Is that how it goes? Can't even see the VDB on this. I guess that's why I never really knew they were there. You have to know they're there. This one has purple blotches on. This is a beauty. It's absolute. I mean, it's very pretty. I'm not going to keep. I mean, I'm going to keep it as a. I don't know. Do I want to put this with the UAs, or is this something I want to keep separate? Let me look at it. I'm going to put it with the UAs. I'm not going to keep that. End up keeping a bunch of junk after a while. You know what I mean? You gotta. In the beginning, it's cool, but after a while, you're like, you got to become super selective. If not, you just have a million pennies lying around. Million pennies. $10,000, right? Yeah, I guess I wouldn't mind having a million pennies around. That'd be 10 grand. I'm gonna look at that. I see it. Nah, dirt, man, dirt. It's all an illusion. It's all an illusion. It's all an illusion. We are on roll number 3. So, yeah, yesterday, I think yesterday was the first day that we went over comments in the bonus section, right? So that's is it penny related? Well, the comments should be geared towards the content. You know what I mean? Just FYI, somebody was trying to sell something to me in one of the comments yesterday, and I told him, I said, "Don't do that. Don't do that." And when I first started getting those comments, I was responding to him like, "Oh no, no, thank you." I'm being all polite and stuff, which is cool. That's the way you should be. But it just kept happening so often that I began to either realize, or it seems as if it's like, to me, it's almost like it seems like a scam. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying it's a scam. I'm saying it seems like a scam. Like every day, someone's saying, "Oh, I got these pennies. Do you want to buy it?" And then, I'm on eBay a lot too, and I see all these people trying to sell these pieces of garbage for, $10,000. I'm saying, and it's like, so I'm over here doing the right thing and trying to be so honest, and I need to keep my antennas up. You know what I'm saying? Especially the bigger the channel gets, I guess the bigger of a target I become, or the channel becomes, or whatever. And if I'm gonna, so I have to become a little bit more strict, I guess, as time goes on with um, what's acceptable. So, just saying, one bad apple spoils the bunch. You know what I mean? So, but that's life, and that's the way it goes. So, no more. I'm so that's it. I'll give a warning, and then on the second time I'll just hide, you know. So obviously I don't want to do that. This has a tremendous amount of blistering on it. I shouldn't say tremendous, a lot. It has a pretty color to it. Whenever they have all these blisters, it changes the color of the penny a bit. I'm gonna weigh it. Yeah, 247. Like 238 would be out of tolerance. Gives you an extra one or two for the scale, I guess. But otherwise, you know, it was the first time. I see that down there. Yeah, dirt. Dirt, 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 dirt. Otherwise, it was the first time I reviewed comments. And I thought it was pretty cool, you know. I liked it. It kept the bonus section more geared towards the content, you know, which is, I see that too. The bottom part of the shield, it looks like it's just pushed in a little further or off or something. I'll look at that. I'd have to look at another shield. Let me look at this 2021. Compare it to. No, it's weird. The shields are just like have that little corner in there. Even this back on his 2021 is really shiny, but that front is really, really, really shiny. All right, we'll keep it there for a minute. But then a lot of them are really shiny, just not that shiny. And I like that one. $92, close AM. Nah, that's wide. So we're gonna let that. Oh, 59. Another that's the second 59 we found today, and it's a nice one. So I thought it was pretty cool. And so I guess the reason I talked about I rehashed that a little bit about the trying to sell stuff on is because it was a little disruptive. You know what I mean? I'm over here trying to what's what I'm looking for? Trying to add something to let me 1 second. Trying to add something to the video to make it better. And it was a little disrupt. Maybe I don't know. Maybe that's more entertaining, you know. But obviously, you know, not to make it into a big joke, you know. So I don't want to make anything about the channel into a big joke, you know. But then I also don't want to take things too serious. So it's about that balance, right, between being lighthearted and good spirited. Um, and knowing what to take serious, right? So I just don't get a good vibe when people ask me to buy their pennies. You know, it doesn't give me it doesn't rub me the right way, to be honest with you. Okay, I have to look at that. I think that's a nice blistering. Yeah, I think so. Let me look at it a little bit better. I'll be honest with you. It's blistering is when it comes up like a bubbling. This looks more like something else. I'm pretty sure it's more like a. It's not. It's on like a indentation, like a strike through, like from I don't know some lint or something. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm not crazy about it, to be honest with you. I'm not going to keep it. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll play it by ear. Um, maybe as time goes on and I see somebody just says, "Hey, do you want to buy this?" Um, maybe I'll just hide them. You know. I mean, after I say it so many times, don't do that. You know, and I'm just going to probably get not want to deal with it anymore. And I get the hustle. You know what I mean? But just my channel's not the place for it. That's all. And that's what eBay's for. You know what I mean? If you have something to sell, you go to eBay. I mean, I think I'm leading a good example. I have an eBay store. It's clickable. I'm not making $1 million on it. I'm selling a couple pennies a week, and that's it. You know, so that would be my recommendation to people who want to sell anything. Go to eBay, open up accounts, super quick, super easy. I mean, eBay I mean, open up 1,000 accounts. You know what I mean? I see a old looking copper there. I'm saving it for the end. But yeah, I'm gonna look at that, but I'm 99% sure it's not a V. You know, and sell you do what that's what I'm doing. I have an account. But my channel's not the place for that, you know. That's all. But point being that that's what we did yesterday in the comments, in the bonus feature, and that's what I'm gonna do again today. This is the last penny from the third row. 69, no floating roof. You see, you need to check the 69s and the 70s for the floating roof. I messed up on that one the other day. Okay, we never found another one to compare this to. Yeah, proof like, but not a proof. Not a proof. I'll keep that over here. I'll keep that here. Proof like. I'll keep it here. I'll put proof like on it. I'm not going to try to sell it or anything, but I might use it and later on today as content. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate you coming and watching and being supportive and all that. Very nice. And I will see you on the next one. Let's see. How are we going to do this? Let's see. One day I'm going to get this whole thing figured out. So it needs to be a little bit to the right. All right. Did my hair this morning. Okay, so comments. Let's not play around. Let me see. I will refresh the comments page. See if anyone left one while we were doing the video. Okay. Thomas Randomness. Okay, on the clad quarter comment. Looks like they were underground, most likely post-mint damage, not an error, I guess. Yeah. I mean, underground, what's that have to do with, missing clad on quarters, they turn like black. And, It's got nothing to do with dirt or anything like that. And it would clean off, you know what I mean? And wear, you know, just missing clad. Okay. Celine SS, same thing with the same, I guess that quarter, you know, got some attention. Missing clad, the whole coin is clad. Those coins just spend time in the ground. No errors there. So see, the person leaves that first comment. The second person jumps on top of it. No errors there. Uh, underground, I don't even know what that means, to be honest with you. Underground, the whole coin is clad. Um, well, this is my understanding. You could leave a comment for this. They're called clad coins because they're not mostly silver or something like that. You know what I mean? Um, but my understanding is that there's a clad layer over the coins of a different type of metal. And when that clad layer is not, I don't know if that's the annealing. It's not done correctly. The lamination, the annealing, the minting process. Um, then what's underneath the clad gets oxidized. The clad layer, the top clad layer, will get oxidized and make these different. On quarters, it's not super rare, but but that's what they look like. The missing clads, they get very dark black, like the black beauties of the dimes. I'm pretty sure that's a clad issue. The top layer clad. Okay, too much time on that. Um, so this is pretty good because I don't really have to reply. I can just give them a little heart and move on. What are the chances that we could get the same results with the other one? I don't know. Innocent biscuits. Uh, I don't know. And the other one, he has five. He has. I show. Uh, so about a few weeks ago, I did a video. Must see one of the sickest ever coins ever found. I put the wrong title on the video, and it got like thousands of views. So if you look in the description underneath it, I write down that the title's an error. The title's an error in the description. I write down the title's an error. Some people were like, "That's not sick. That's normal." I mean, I could have changed it, but I decided, like as a goof, as a harmless goof, to leave the title that way, and I did correct it in the description. And it's so crazy how YouTube works and the algorithm and all that. And when they say there's no such thing as bad advertisement, that's true in YouTube anyway. Thumbs down, my understanding, gives you the same amount of attention as a thumbs up. And negative comments it's an algorithm. It's just looking for interaction. So it all helps out. Even when the person's being sarcastic or mean, it still helps out. So this person says they have 5 of those coins. Okay. And the last one was, I got a nice, from PB Funky, I got a nice 1964 might change from lunch earlier today. You know what? PB Funky, that's a super cool comment. Those are the ones that I really like. It's, the person is trying to communicate with me in a nice way. I'm gonna reply to them. I like that a lot. Being respectful and being nice. I got a nice 1964 might change from lunch earlier today. What's a nice response to that? Thank you for sharing. That's a great find in pocket change. Jess. Okay. So we had what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of 5 responses, one is more towards that's life. You know what I mean? I guess that's great. 1 out of 5. So just as a little bit of an aside, members' comments show in a different place on the dashboard, which obviously this whole thing is new for me. And so I that's one of the reasons I didn't read it right now, because I guess that's one of the comments I will read in the morning, because I'm going to give the member comment a little bit more attention, right? So Eric left a message this morning about relating to video 55. Okay, so this is video 56. So from yesterday's video, which you're not going to see for 10 days. I think that's scheduled. Today's the 22nd, and the 55, I think, is scheduled for the 3rd of March. This one's scheduled for March 4th. So Eric's a member, so he left a message about something I said during episode 55. Hey, bud, at 850, there is a PL designation that means a business struck coin is proof-like in appearance. These are usually the first coins struck on a new die. PL meaning proof-like, and I think I even used that term during this video. So in yesterday's, so this is cool. This is kind of the discussion also that I want, besides the niceties and all that. This is how I learn, right? People who know less than me learn from me. People who know more from me, I learn from you. So that's great. So yesterday I bought a coin and a penny, and the penny that I bought. Quick weird story. The person emails me and says, "Hey, I can't find that. Do you want something? I can't find the one that I won. Do you want something different?" I said, "Yeah, sure." Well, it was cheap, I mean, it's like my stuff, a couple bucks, no big deal. I sell them for a couple bucks. I buy them for a couple bucks. There's nothing to be. It's nothing, zero sum gain, but it's something I'm doing just to test out with the eBay store. So the one that I won, he said he didn't have. Probably a lie, right? Because you just don't lose things. That's, and then what does he send me? He sends me the coin. Do I have it here? If I see it, I'll show it. I showed it in yesterday's video. And in the coin, he writes proof strike. So it's almost like a double thing to me, You didn't have the coin that I won. Probably you didn't want to send it because I got it for too cheap. Like me, I put things up for 99 cents. Maybe they're worth $5. You pay $2.20 after tax and shipping. Maybe it's worth $5. Good for you. You know what I mean? God bless you. Maybe it's worth $10, 20, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. We're in an agreement, and I put it up for 99 cents, and you win it for whatever it is. I don't care. That's fine. That's business. This person, I think, did not want to send the what I won for a couple bucks, and they said, "Oh, I'm going to send something else. Is that okay?" I said, "Fine, go ahead. Send it." And then they sent something that says proof strike, which a proof strike is a proof. I did the research after I saw this. I was like, "Oh, this doesn't look like a proof. It's not a proof, and it's not a proof strike. It's a proof like strike." That's true. So Eric not corrected me, but added something to my font of knowledge, which is that. Is that correct? Font of knowledge? No, that's not correct. I think it's fund of knowledge. Now I gotta know. I think it's fund. Fund or font. of knowledge. Oh, it is font. Okay, so check it out. I'm so interesting. I get so I know I get sidetracked very easy. So it's font. Font is going to be more proper for American English users, where font, the OUNT, is more popular with British English, since both are derived from the word fountain and mean essentially the same thing. So it is font of knowledge. In psychology, there's something called fund of knowledge, which I think is where I just got confused right now. Fund of knowledge in psychology. PSY. Fund of knowledge. The essential cultural practices and bodies of knowledge that are embedded in daily practice and routines of families. Learn how to get. No, that's not it. Yeah. What is the series? Oh, wow. I haven't done that in so many years. The patient is asked to start with 100, subtract. I remember that. Oh my God. I used to do, it's called a series 7. So I think that has something to do with it. A series 7 is counting backwards from 100 with sevens. You see how far you can get. So, 193, 86, and so on. I'll leave it at that. For some reason, I think that has something to do with the mental status exam. Like I said, I haven't been to a meeting of that kind in a long time. Learn how to get. Okay, so that has something to do with the fund of knowledge there. It has something to do with like the patients, the clients, ability to do certain things intellectually. I think that has something to do with it. Okay, so it is font of knowledge. So I was correct first time, which that's how it usually goes. So Eric added to my font of knowledge. Proof like, but the person said proof strike. A proof strike is the strike that's done on a proof, which is a very special process and looks nothing like a proof like. A proof like looks like a really, really like he said. What did he say? The proof like designation, that means a business struck coin is proof like in appearance. Proof like, but nothing like a proof. So that coin might have been proof like, but nothing. It really isn't even similar. If you look at a proof, the mirror shine is, in my opinion, nothing like a proof strike, but a proof strike might be nothing like a business. Like there might be that amount of distance between each one. So a proof like and a business strike might be so far apart that there's a significant difference in appearance. But there's the same vast valley of difference between that proof like and a proof strike. So that's what the messages that are left by members. I could see them early. I did want to go over it very quickly, which it wasn't quickly, in this comments bonus feature, as it was a comment, but I might not necessarily go over member comments in the future. But this one I wanted to, because we just started to do comments recently. Okay, way too long. I know. Thank you for staying. Thank you for watching. Had a lot of good finds today for those 3 roles, and I'll see you in the next one.